one well. That is the ball straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edged away. Yes, it is.
Muscat, Oman Cricket Academy. First thing first, let's head down straight to the center where we have our own Pranav Mehta standing by with his own pitch analysis. Over to you, Pranav.
It's a great day to play cricket here at the Oman Cricket Academy. The international fixtures have been done, but the conditions just spot on. And that is where huge credit to Anup and his team for maintaining these world-class facilities as world-class. Talking about the dimensions to start off with, just around 65 meters. That means that a miss hit will stay in the ground. Although one area is where you want to watch out. If you're a right-hander and you're batting from the Oman LNG end, that tonk at cow corner, that is a major six-hitting area because that is a 3-meter advantage for the batters. Talking about the other conditions, weather spot on, wind, a light bit of breeze. Under lights, this wicket will get very interesting. But first, let's watch what's going to happen in the day. As hard as it can get. And that is where shot making is going to be very much true through the day. But under lights, it's going to be very interesting because a little bit of a moisture, a little bit of numbness, and that's where spongy bounce will come into play. If you ask me, if I am a captain, this is a very good wicket to bat on, and that is where I don't mind chasing. It's not going to change. And I would love to put runs on, chase the runs on board down. And that's my time at the pitch report.
Thank you, Pranav, but don't go anywhere. Weather is absolutely perfect out there in the middle. So is the surface. A greenish top, but I believe it will be runs galore on day one of Oman D20. It is the opening game of the tournament, and with that comes the first big decision. Once again, let's head down to the center where we have got Pranav with both the captains and match referee for all important toss.
It's toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. The domestic circuit is back, the Oman D20, and the very first game of this event. We have the captains alongside me, Savindu for IAS Invincibles, Saishif for YALLA SHABAB Giants, and on his extreme left, it is Nishit Punja, the match referee for the afternoon. Flip the coin. Tails is the call. Heads it is. Immediate luck on your favor. What would you like to do and why?
So I'll go to batting first. So because they look very good for the batting track. Looks like batting track. So I'm gonna go with batting first. Yeah.
How much do you want to put on board early into the tournament?
Yeah, I thought that if he can put 160, 70, it might be very good for us.
Who are the players to watch out for? I know it's early in the tournament, but 3 players that you're looking out for.
Yeah. So Mehran is back in form, so he gonna play, and the new player from India, Atharva Kali, he gonna play. So yeah, that's all.
Good luck, Savindu.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Savindu is going to be batting first. You're happy with that decision?
Yeah, actually we were also about to bat first, so no problem. Toss in their favor, but we'll give it up.
Saishiv, now you're coming out from a very good domestic season. The D50 in your favor, you're crowned champions. Moving into D20, what do we expect from YALLA SHABAB?
Same as we gel together, we fight together, and we'll come back soon.
How much do you want to restrict IAS Invincibles to?
So for our bowling lineup, we are looking forward like 100 to 120 around the corner. It will be the good.
And last one, 3 players to watch out for in the D20 series for YALLA SHABAB.
As usual for the D20s, Zohaib Amanat, Asneen, and Sikri. Yes, no.
Good luck then.
Thank you so much.
So the news from the center is that IAS Invincibles have won the toss and they want to put runs on board.
Thank you, Pranav. So it's IAS Invincibles. They'll be taking on YALLA SHABAB Giants, and the news is that Savindu Pereira has won the toss, and Mehran Khan and Hevad Deva, the captain, is out there in the middle. First ball. Straight away off the mark, in the air. In the typical Imran Khan fashion, he gets off the mark. And getting ready to go off the mark in the comm box is my co-commentator and my dear friend, Jamil Zaidi. Very good afternoon, Jamil, sir.
Thank you very much, and very good afternoon to each and everyone viewing this D20 league played at beautiful venue of Oman Cricket Academy. Lots of matches we have done, so went together, and today, first match of the series. Hopefully, this will be an exciting one.
In fact, it's Sadeep Kavishka Fernando, the partner for Imran Khan, Shah Faisal. Last few months, busy schedule for Oman national side. They performed really well, and that is why we always say D series is a very important tournament in shaping and grooming the careers of these players, Jamil Bhai.
Absolutely. And what better time you have before the World Cup is on next month, about 2 months before. And after that, they have the practice which they definitely look for. Everyone, I'm sure, will be trying hard to get into the team. That's the lovely time for them to showcase their credentials, batting or bowling.
Yes and no, never a single. So continues to bowl with a tight line and length here, Shah Faisal, and absolutely right. And throughout last couple of years, what I have noticed, whenever there is a big tournament around, there's always a nice build-up and preparation for those kind of big tournaments. And during that Asia Cup, though Oman lost their game, but they have truly won the hearts of the cricket fans.
Absolutely fantastic performance from them, especially against the top team in the world. They're almost going to snatch that victory. Could have been, but all great to them. This time, once again, try to smash it. Faisal Shah, I'm sure he must remember the wicket he has got. Shubman Gill.
Yeah. Oh, what a game it was. Plenty of support coming in for Oman in Abu Dhabi Cricket Stadium. Though they have lost that game, but they batted and they played the true warriors, giving some tough fight to the Indian team, and rightly applauded by their captain Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah, absolute brilliant performance from them, especially from Amir Kaleem and a young sensation we have. They must, that once again smashed normal Mehran style. This was Hedwa. Similar way, both of them playing in the same fashion.
Yeah, now both the batters are off the mark. A lovely weather here. Clear skies, cool wind blowing across the ground here, and as we approach the evening, I think it might get more cooler. For sure there will be dip in the temperatures here in Muscat.
Yes, we do have seen day before yesterday a very, very cool night and evening. This time beaten outside the office turn when we were having the final of this women's T20. End of over number 1. It is 2 for no wicket, IAS.
IAS Invincibles, so they have got plenty of experienced players, the likes of Mehran Khan, Sadeep Kavishka, Savindu Hishan is the captain, Abdul Rauf, Mansur Madad the all-rounder, Muzahir Raza, sensation fast bowler and all-rounder, and Shahzad Rahim, Yasir Dur, and Muhammad Ali Imran. Yalla Shabab, led by Saishif. At the top, we will see Zoeb Amanat, Hassanul Wahab, Leo, a new entry, the wicket-keeper, Mujibur Ali, Anfal, the boy who represented Kerala, Ranji. He was a part of a Ranji team and also played quite a few Syed Mushtaq Ali matches back home in India. So packed side of Yalla Shabab. Shakil Ahmed, the little dynamite. And straight away, he goes after Shakil, inside out, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 4 runs. A good looking shot from Sadeep. The first boundary for Devage and the first boundary for IAS Invincibles.
Well, right thing to do. So don't let the borders to come on to you. He took that very first delivery over the extra cover boundary. Beautiful shot. Perfect. Look at that coming down the wicket. Placed open the face of the bat and got 4 runs.
It's always good ideas to attack on the very first balls against someone like Shakil Ahmed, who is known for bowling with pinpoint accuracy. So that shuffle helping Devage to get a boundary. This time towards the leg side, he clears that mid-on. 1 bounce, 4 runs. The first towards the offside. The second one going towards the leg side. A good-looking shot.
Perfectly. With full confidence from the middle of the bat towards the long on for another 6. We have seen a lot of development in the IAS team in the last D20, if you remember. And I'm sure they have to take this further away so that they can clinch the cup as well.
Cheeky, trying to be innovative. Loud appeal, but unmoved is the on-field umpire. Yes, they were the finalists of D20, if I'm not wrong. D20. Yeah, they lost to Majlis Titans, but what a wonderful side of IAS Invincibles, led by Savindu.
He's a very classy left-arm orthodox spinner. Down the leg side. So now he's leading the team. So of course there must be some injection of some confidence in his team, his boys, how to wake up for this particular tournament.
Plenty of runs in this over of Shakil. Good connection between bat and ball. He continues to excel. He continues to target Shakil Ahmed. Boundary number 3 in this over.
He really is charged up absolutely. 3 boundaries in this over. This time on to the couch corner. Perhaps it's the first time we have seen Shakil was beaten like this.
Absolutely going for plenty of runs. 1 more delivery left. Things just not going in favor of Shakil Ahmed and in favor of YALLA SHABAB Giants. Gone for plenty of runs, and now to make the things worse, it's a no ball.
This is the pressure. How much experience Shakil Ahmed is, but with these 3 boundaries, obviously he has to maintain his left hand line again because of trying to maintain, try to avoid further boundary. That's why they make a no ball.
Goes for reverse shot. He connects, but not able to beat the fielder at short third. So good over for IAS Invincibles. 2 done, 16 for none. Shah Faisal will continue. A wild swing. And quite interestingly, Jamil Bhai, this is the start of the innings with the new ball. We expect the captains to give that slip. But interestingly, no slip in place.
Well, all depend upon the captain, Mudassir. I mean, how much aggressive he is. I think this is the first match. They must take a slip, especially when Faisal Shah is bowling, moving the ball away from the batter. It has to be a slip all the time. But anyway, captain has own readings, how it's going to go in this match, that we have to see. But slip is required.
Pull nicely. If you remember, during that D20, they started off the tournament not on a good note, IAS Invincibles. Then they changed the captain in the middle of the tournament. Savindu was given that responsibility. And after that, they won back-to-back games, 5 in a row, and that's how they cemented their place in the final of the last edition of D20, where they lost to Majid's Titans. Visible progress, if you talk about IAS Invincibles.
Absolutely. Sky high performance from them in the last D20. Coming down the wicket, I think couldn't make it properly. But finally, 4 runs comes.
Oh, not a proper connection, but he will take those 4 runs. Positive intent, positive approach from Sadeep Hevadevage, getting runs for IAS Invincibles. It's a lightning quick outfield, dancing down the track in fact, and beats the fielder at mid-off and mid-on. No stopping. What a start for IAS Invincibles. Change in line, hitting the deck hard, back off length, and also increase in the pace. A good comeback by Shah Faisal.
But this boy, Sadeep, is really showing his class. The purpose for which he has been sent to open the innings, he has done it nicely. Captain must be very pleased that he has done what he's asked to do. 4 boundaries, rather 3 boundaries in the last over of Shakil Ahmed. And this one, 4th one.
Change of pace, but he connects one more time. He finds the boundary, this time behind the square, leaving dangerous out there in the middle. Sadeep Hevadevage.
Once again coming down the wicket, this time flicked off the toes beautifully toward the square leg boundary for 4. I think he has come to hit the ball, each and every ball, but all cricketing shots he has played so far.
A power play, and this is what we expect from the top order batters, to go out and get those runs quickly. Fearless batting. Oh, just getting carried away. Wide. Took his own time. Gopakumar, the on-field umpire, having consultation from his partner, the leg umpire.
Looks to be too much height. Even above the bat, he tried to scoop it over to the wicketkeeper. But I think, yeah, IAS Invincibles really doing great since the last couple of tournaments. Last time they reached to the final. Before that, they won a couple of matches. But last year, they were really showing class that he has developed themselves a very good team.
Chance? No chance. Couple of bounces, 4 runs. 3 more boundaries in this over as well from the blade of Sadeep. 3 overs gone, 30 for no loss.
First change, and very rarely we have seen Shakil Ahmed has been changed in the very first over. It is Mujibur Ali, another left arm spinner. This time once again down over the wicket-keeper's head and just stopped inside the boundary line. 2 runs.
Entertainment by these 2 batters. The first day, the opening game of Oman D20 2025. After a blistering start, IAS Invincibles, thanks to Sadeep for his quick 25 of just 15. Mehran looking for his first boundary. I think he's just trying to go hard at the bowlers. That is why we haven't seen a proper timing from Mehran Khan.
That is his problem. Actually, he played normally shots too early without waiting the ball to come. Whatever he's in mind, he's tried to do that one. Contrary, Sadeep is doing something special for IAS Invincible. Another entertainer to me looks to come in this particular tournament.
It's a very good positive sign for IAS Invincibles, the way he's getting those runs. Making room, he goes over mid of fielder station, just manages to clear him. No chance for Hasnain.
It's really devastating batting from him so far. He really devastated Shakil Ahmed in the very first over. And on the other end also Faisal Shah, but not that much, but at least he had a couple of boundaries against him. First ball nicely placed into the hands of cover. There's time right in front of the wicket, and it's wicket number 1. Good change from the captain.
Was forced to make this change, but respond to the call of the captain is Mujibur Ali. The other bowlers, they went for plenty of runs, and in comes Ali, the rescue ranger. An arm delivery, darting into Mehran Khan. That extra pace beats the bat and caught right in front of the wicket. The first casualty for IAS Invincibles. That's the end of Khan. 4 overs gone, 34 for the loss of 1. Change of end for Shakil Ahmed. The experienced Shakil Ahmed going for 14 runs in his first over. What a tournament he had in the Asia Cup. Very economical, but not able to get wickets, plenty of wickets. But bowled with great line and length. Started off really well, couple of back-to-back dot deliveries. He strikes. One gets the other. Shakil Ahmed was brought back into the attack from the other end, and he strikes. The danger man departs.
We were talking about Shakil Ahmed. He waited for 1 over. Captain has rightly did the so. Takes him off. And this time when he come, he got his man. Brilliant. What a bowler Shakil Ahmed is. Little dynamite. Correctly set. Wicket number 2. Down for IAS Invincible. 34 for 2.
That is why they are the champion side. Yalla Shabab Giants, they know how to make a comeback. An astute captaincy from Sai Shiv Narayan. As a captain, you need to be very smart making those quick adjustments. And he did a right thing by getting Mujibur Ali.
Well, this is what the captain's mind is, how you read and how you try to bring your bowlers when you do require that one. And he rightly did so. There's a loud appeal for a run out. Nicely bowled. End of over number 5, 35 for 2, IAS Invincible.
Five overs, 35 for the loss of 2. This is the first time we are watching the wicket keeper, Leo Kane, Francisco, behind the stumps. So far, he looks to be agile behind the stumps, Jamil Bhai.
Well, wicketkeeper has to be agile because the most hard work in the field being done by the wicketkeeper all day, all 2 days, all 3 days, all 4 days.
I know from where it is coming because in the com box I have got 2 former wicket keepers sitting in the com box, Mr. Jamil Zaidi and Pranav Mehta. All of a sudden, the boundaries are hard to come. Excellent fielding by Anfal PM, the experienced Anfal. He came in this region with the Kerala A side a few months back. He impressed Yalla Shabab management, and that is how now he's a part of Yalla Shabab Giants in D series.
If you see the D series, I think Yalla Shabab, Royal Stallions, Majis Titans and IAS Invincibles are the teams who are recruiting players for this particular tournament. So that's a very good sign for Oman. Beautifully played, effortless from the meat of the bat over to the long on boundary for the maximum.
Captain gets off the mark in style. Very watchful. Look at that, slightly fuller and using the feet. The front foot comes out at a big heave, a huge maximum. The first maximum of Oman D20 2025. After a blistering start, they have lost both the openers. So it's Savindu And another new entry. Yes and no, rightly sent back. So 8 runs from that over. So power play done and dusted. IAS Invincibles 43 for the loss of 2.
Right from the beginning, it was the Sadeep who really did the damage. Right from the moment he came, start hitting his favorite shot. This time over to the long off. And this is the one, the wicket which has been Amerat Khan caught right in front of the wicket. And this was the second wicket done by Shakil Ahmed. And this is the one effortless over to the long on by Sashif. Joining me, Pranav Mehta. Pranav, welcome.
Thank you very much, Jamil Bhai. A very good afternoon to everyone around the world. Shakil Ahmed, that's the player to watch out for. Every time that YALLA SHABAB Giants are in an encounter, they are looking forward to big contributions from Shakil Ahmed.
He was hammered in the very first over by Sadeep, but after break he came and got the wicket of Amerat Khan. Nicely bowled. After the very, very brisk start. But still, they are in hunt. 6.7, 7 runs and over is a very good run rate.
And this is the kind of start which both the sides won't mind. Yes, 2 wickets down. But then they've got that kind of start. They've got north of 40, and that's where they have a good base to capitalize on.
Cut nicely, beautifully from the middle of the bat to the gully. 4 runs, beautiful shot.
When you can play shots like that, the captain doesn't need to take a lot of risk. Very calculative. Creating width from the stumps. Savindu Pereira. He's a player to watch out for, has a big future here in Oman. Good quality behind him. Won't get runs on this occasion. Driven straight down the ground from the inside part of the bat, and they will rotate for a single. So 6 runs from that over of Shakil Ahmed. The little dynamite, 7 overs done, 49 for the loss of 2. IAS Invincibles. Mujibur Ali continues. He's been tidy, Jamil Bhai. 12 runs in his 2 overs. He's also got a wicket to his name. Generally likes to bowl that arm ball.
After the first over being bowled by Shakil, the captain has brought him and immediately he came off with a wicket.
What is the logic behind spin to win here at the Oman Cricket Academy? Inside out, but still way straighter, and that's where only a single to long off.
But now obviously it is the wicket which is playing a big role for the spinners in this particular track. It is becoming more and more dry and it's helped the spinners to get some turn also. This time once again placed it towards the sweeper cover.
Although what my point is that it's not a rank turner. You're not getting that kind of a purchase from the wicket that spin is the only way to go forward. Yes, good quality pacers also have a little bit in the surface for them. Big opportunity, huge appeal. I think it's certainly going to be a goner.
Well, it's a brilliant fielding. I think it was some hesitation from both the batters. And a very, very important wicket. Wicket number 3 for IAS Invincible. I think it was not a run. Look at that one. Just tap and run. Yes, 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 no, yes, no. But he was too far and wicket-keeper did the trick. So wicket number 3 down for IAS Invincible.
The player that was supposed to be looked out for, watched out for, Atharva Kalidas Kale, has to go back to the dugout for just 4 runs of 7 deliveries. And that's where the 3rd wicket down for IAS Invincible is.
Abdul Rauf Ataullah, dependable batter. We have seen in IAS Invincible matches now that either the first wicket does not last long, but the middle order take them to some safety, and suddenly the number of wickets start falling.
And that is where I am a big fan of high-risk cricket in the power play, which has not been the occasion for most of the sides, except for YALLA SHABAB Giants and a little bit from Royal Oman Stallions as well. Inside edge, and they're going to look for the single. Directed could be very interesting. Once again, the appeal has gone to the umpire. Not out, says the umpire for a moment. Savindu was involved in that run out. Would have his heart in his mouth. 8 overs done, 52 for the loss of 3, IAS Invincibles. In comes Jay Odedra, and talking about an experienced campaigner coming in the middle, it is Mudassir Ali Qureshi coming all the way from UAE to contribute in terms of his experience. Welcome, Mudipa. How are you doing?
A very good afternoon, Pranav. Always feel like coming back home to Oman. The weather is absolutely perfect here. And what a start to the tournament. As expected, rightly said by you in the previous over, IAS Invincibles, known for getting off to a flying start, but the problem is losing those quick wickets in between. The champion side, YALLA SHABAB Giants, they know how to make a comeback from a difficult situations. And not a good collection from the wicket keeper. Going with spin attack. The 3rd spinner, Jay Odedra, has been introduced by captain. They have the services of Anfal PM, as well as the captain himself can bowl Sai Shiv Narayan.
They've already used 2 of them, Shakil and Mujibur. So ample amount of spin to win here at the Oman Cricket Academy. That's been the mantra.
You're out there in the middle, Pranav. Tell us more about the conditions and the behavior of the wicket.
it's a good wicket to bat on, to be honest. And that's where IAS Invincibles, which was scoring in excess of 7 runs per over. But then it is a quality of YALLA SHABAB. When you talk about Shakil Ahmed, probably one of the better left-arm spinners in the circuit, not just in the domestic circuit, but also in the Asian circuit. And then if you talk about Jay Odedra, he's been around the national side for a very long time. And that's where spin has been the key factor for YALLA SHABAB Giants, not only in this tournament. Don't forget, big shot. This has gone straight up in the air. Jay Odedra, he's an experienced campaigner. He's known for picking up wickets. And at the moment, the captain of the opposition side has been shown the way back to the dugout.
Huge blow, big moment in the game. That experience of Jay Odedra, giving that flight and bowling it away from Savindu, inviting him to go big. He was not in control. But Sanju Sajeev, he was in control, making no mistake. Wicket number 4 goes down. It's 55 on board.
Jay Odedra starts off with the wrong one and will be respected by Mansoor Mazhar. 9 overs done. The game has been pulled back by YALLA SHABAB Giants, 55 for the loss of 4. Saishiv, captains comes into the attack on the very first delivery. Rauf is in some mood and says that Saishiv, I'm not going to let you settle in.
Though they have lost 4 wickets, but that intent from the batters to attack, to get those quick runs, that is why they are going around that just below 7 runs per over. What a hit. A maximum to welcome Sai Shiv Narayan.
And this is what experience is all about. Rauf has been around for a long time. Generally, when you're playing the first ball of a bowler, you want to respect. The second delivery, great footwork. Manages to keep it down to a couple of runs. Not really sure who the fielder was, but I think he's done really well.
Zikir Islam, the fielder, short third. That sprint and is making sure to save a couple of runs for his side. Not lightning quick between the wickets, these two.
What I like about Rauf is that he's very unorthodox. You can't predict and you can't bowl to a plan to Rauf.
Look at that. Lightning quick there. Sanju Sajeev in a flash covers the ground and quick release.
A lot of cricket happening in the Gulf circuit. Looking to rotate the strike. Rauf will get a single. The GCC Women's Cup has just concluded here in the Oman Cricket Academy. Also, the under-19s was happening just across the border. You've been involved with a lot of cricket. And that is where so much talent, so much potential that has been grooming. It's only going to get better. We'll talk more about it. It's a halfway mark. 65 on the board for IAS. They'll not be very happy because they've lost 4 wickets and they've fallen behind on that very aggressive run rate as well. They'll take a sigh of breather. They'll want to re-strategize and recapitulate on where they want to get. 65 for the loss of 4 at the halfway mark, IAS Invincibles. We're back after a short break. Jay Odedra, he's got a wicket to himself. 3 for 1 in his first over, and he's going to be continuing from the Oman LNG end. Will be oozing with some confidence. What he's added to his armory, Mudipa, is that a big turner of the off spin, but more than that, he uses the dusra. A ball which goes, it's not a lot of turn away from the, just like that one. I don't need to explain it because he's happy to showcase what he's got.
Good to see he has developed this skill. He used to bowl as a traditional off-break bowler, but now he looks to be more in control and also very effective. Very good start for Odedra. Got a wicket in his very first over, keeping things tight. Variations. Excellent piece of bowling on display. And just after 50-60 days Oman national side. They'll be traveling to Sri Lanka for T20 World Cup, and that is what I like about Oman cricket is the timing of this tournament. This is a very big opportunity for all the boys. If you can perform well, you can book a ticket for the upcoming, the big event, T20 World Cup in Sri Lanka and in India.
And it's not just book a ticket, but they would want that VIP ticket. Perform big, get a VIP ticket, get a first class journey to Sri Lanka. Once again, the ball which goes away from the right-hander, and that's become a stock delivery now. If you see, majority of these 5 deliveries have been that delivery, and the variation is the one which comes into the arc of the right-hander. Fired it in, and once again it's just a dot ball from the bat of Rauf. 11 overs done, just 1 run from this over of Jayo Dedra, 66 for the loss of 4. Sai Shiv, 10 runs of his first over. A very good line, and that's where it's going to be a dot ball to start off. Needs a wicket, Sai Shiv.
Well, the team is on the back foot, and though he has gone for runs in his first over, genuine wicket-taking bowler, the captain, Sai Shiv Narayan, stitching a partnership, Mazhar and Ataullah. After a blistering start, they just lost the plot here.
What I want to see from IAS Invincibles or maybe Rauf and Mansoor Mazhar is that shuffling across the stumps, especially against the likes of Sai Shiv. This is struck well, this ball is travelling very quickly. But some good fielding will keep it down to just a couple of runs. For a moment I thought it's going towards the boundary. But that can be very effective if they can shuffle across the stumps, because Sai Shiv doesn't bowl a lot of variations.
Going for a maximum, trying to come into Rauf. He adjusts his line towards that off-stick channel. Good looking shot. Oh, what an effort. Excellent save by Mujibur Ali.
This is why YALLA SHABAB Giants is such a special side. They'll put in the body on the line. They'll save those easy flowing runs, and that's where your life as a batter is going to be ever so tough. Certainly saved a couple of runs on that occasion, Mujibur Ali.
Trying to force his shot against Sai Shiv Narayan. And the good news is, they are getting those runs. They're targeting the bowler, who's bowling his second over, boundaryless so far. Started his spell with a maximum. In fact, going for a maximum, Sai Shiv Narayan. Oh, beautifully bowled. Turn. Good work by the wicket-keeper. So 6 runs from that second over of Sai Shiv Narayan, 12 gone, 72 for the loss of 4.
Rauf, on this occasion, I feel he's going to be cutting loose against Jayodedra. A little bit of pressure on IAS Invincible, especially in the last 5 overs. Runs haven't been easy to come.
The problem has been the shot selection. Playing too aggressive led to the fall of the batters. And no proper communication led to the fall of the new entry for IAS Invincibles. In the air, and he dives and he takes it. What a catch. Hasnainul Wahab. The resistance of Rauf. In fact, Mansoor Mazhar alongside Rauf comes to an end.
What a moment. Big moment in this game. Rauf was looking to cut loose. It was almost a no-brainer that he was looking fidgety. We did say that in the combox a little earlier, but then to put in a full stretch dive, Hasnainul Wahab take a bow. What a catch is that. They're one of the better fielding sides in this tournament and just showcasing why they are so special. IAS Invincibles lose their 5th. Rauf walks back to the dugout. 17 of 19 deliveries for him. Looking for a quick single. Muzair Raza, a lot of expectations. He would be wanting to be contending for that all-important ticket.
A young promising talent here in Oman who can bat. Oh, look at that. A live wire in the field, Sanju Saji, but not a proper backup by bowler Odedra resulted in that single off the mark, Raza, but not in a convincing way. A young promising talent who can bat, who can bowl. He's also a good fielder. He can add that value as an all-rounder for the national side. An important tournament for Mujahid Raza. Muzahir Raza, in fact. 13 gone, 73 for the loss of 5.
Saishiv will continue from the Oman tail end. He's getting good amount of turn. This time struck really well from Muzair Raza through the cover region. Will get a boundary. That's what they need. They need to break the shackles.
Another batter who looks to be aggressive. Excellent shot on the back foot, rock solid, and finds the gap towards offside. A much needed boundary, and look at, there's a dip in that run rate. At one stage it was around 7 runs per over, now 5.85, thanks to the tight liner length from the spinners. The captain going for plenty of runs is not a good sign for YALLA SHABAB. Oh, One more time, he goes toward the offside region. This time he will get a maximum water blow from the young Raza.
He can hit a clean ball, and that's exactly what Mozair Raza is going to be doing in this entire edition of the Oman D20. Wants to make a case for himself. He's almost converted into a batter who can bowl a little bit. Good striking capabilities, and that's where Mozair Raza, 12 of 5 deliveries, is making a case for himself. 11 runs in the first 3 deliveries of Sai Shiv. He's been expensive. Fired it in. Intelligent batting from Mansoor Mazhar. Does realize that if he can just rotate the strike and take the game a little deep, that will do great justice to himself. Mozair Raza has come in with some good intent. Shorter. Dugout, they're looking for the second. They should get there comfortably. Good running between the wickets between Mozair Raza and Mansoor Mazhar. Flighted, driven in the deep. Will hold on to the strike for the next over. Mozair Raza, expensive over. As many as 15 runs coming from that over of Sai Shiv. 14 overs done, 88 for the loss of 5 IAS. Fired it in. Super Sanju doesn't miss out on a lot of opportunities, and something like that he's never going to be dropping. One of the easier catches that Super Sanju would have collected. And on this occasion, the young sensation, the young talent, Mozair Raza, has a brain fade movement. And as a result, he's going to be walking back to the dugout. It was the other one, which was an offer. Super Sanju was invested on and provides great reap. Super Sanju. 6 wicket down for IAS Invincibles. Mozair Raza plays a cameo, 15 of 8 deliveries, as he's the 6th one to fall. Almost feels as if IAS Invincible needs to recruit somebody on an emergency basis to walk into this game. That's the kind of situation that they've fallen into. Joining me for the final 6 overs, it is none other than the man who knows these grounds very well, Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you, Pranav. And we have seen this dilemma this time once again. Top edge going to the fine leg. We have seen this dilemma in this IAS Invincible teams in the last couple of years. Mostly their opening stand was not good, but in the middle order they recovered And again, once again, at one stage, they collapse. And what exactly happened today, they do have a very good opening stand, and suddenly the wicket start tumbling. Played it out towards the long on for the single. You very correctly said someone has to come and restore their innings, keep one end intact, keep scoring runs on one end, and somebody else on the other end, so let's give him the start or the second fiddle situation like that. This time onto the back foot, standing and playing across.
What do you do if you're an IAS Invincible fan? Around the 15th over mark, just run rate around 6, and that's where it's not done justice. 6 wickets down. Once again looking for a big shot. Yasir Dur very calculative towards the end to nudge it around for a single.
He really came to rescue of IAS Invincible in the last season. Couple of matches he was player of the match, and today once again time has come for him to once again show that he can pull the things back onto the back foot this time, but for the single. Mansoor Mazhar is also a very, very good batter. Lot of things depend from her. And we will talk about this. 15 overs done. It is 92 for 6 IAS Invincible.
Mujibur Ali comes into the attack. Saisha was very expensive, 15 runs in his 3 overs. He's got a wicket to himself as well. Generally likes to bowl the arm ball. He can be handy at this stage, Jamil Bhai.
He's a very good bowler, and rightly used today. When there was pulling out from the one side, he has brought him and got the wicket. Once again, try to play on to the fine leg region. Once again, top edge. Yasin Dur Mohammad has really did well in the last session of this D20 for IAS Invincible.
Do you think it was a great decision to bat first? After winning the toss, I think fielding would have been more optimum.
Honestly speaking, batting first or batting second, I don't think there will be any difference. But unless something, rain is there, but these wickets are totally batting friendly wickets, and of course slow as well. So batters had to comply themselves in the conditions. They know it, playing here all through the year. So that is something, I think, temperament-wise or something, and the irresponsibility that the things do is going away from the batters.
And that is exactly why I'm suggesting that probably batting second would have been more optimum, because you know the target. Everything is in front of you. The conditions won't change much. And that is where you want to be batting second, with statistics in front of you. Big shot, inside edge. Almost felt as if the wickets were castled. Finishes with a dot ball. Just 3 runs from that over of Mujibur Ali. He's bowled a brilliant spell. 4 overs, 17 runs and a wicket to his name as well. 16 overs done. 95 for the loss of 6 IAS Invincibles.
Zahirul Islam going to bowl. Top edge once again, straight to the fielder. Talking about just for the sake of target for now, the batting first, you had to give some good target, and when you do have a balanced team with you, this time once again in the air, and yes, wicket number 7 back to the dugout.
Zakaria Islam, another spinner, comes into the attack and makes an impact immediately. 7th wicket down for IAS Invincibles. This time Mansoor Mazhar is going to be making a walk back. Nobody able to just make an impact into this game for IAS Invincibles. One shot too many from Mansoor Mazhar. And that's where he's going to be the 7th victim for IAS Invincibles. Zakaria Islam, very second delivery, coming into the attack. Looks like a death over specialist coming into the attack in the 17th over.
When the other team is under pressure, what a collection. Brilliant work done by the wicketkeeper. Absolutely stunning. And then going for the second run. We'll have to wait what exactly happened.
Just completely lost track of everything that happened in the middle. It was the wide ball. But despite some great glove work, releases the ball, the wicketkeeper. And they scamper for a couple of runs.
Singles are coming. Couple of boundaries to add. They might finish around 120, 125 from here on. Still 3.3 overs to go after this. But how they are going to do it? Shehzad is there. Dur Muhammad is there. This time beautifully played. They were talking about this from the meat of the bat. Over to the long off of 6. Beautiful shot. Perfect timing.
They needed this almost out of desperation, a little bit of a flight from Zakaria Islam, and throws the kitchen sink at it straight as an arrow over the bowler's head. Yasir Dur is a handy player. Once again, flights it, but a little bit of out of arc of Yasir Dur, and quick to punch on and get a single for himself.
Much needed maximum from Yasin Dur. He is really always come to rescue IAS Invincible. He is a very good bowler as well. This time played it out towards the vacant mid-wicket boundary. And they go for a single instead of 2. End of over number 17. 107 for 7 IAS Invincibles.
107 for the loss of 7. Jamil bhai, how much does IAS need to get here? 18 balls to spare.
Around 130, 135, I believe. Yasin Muhammad is there. The last maximum hit, it was a beauty, well timed. Nothing much batting left in there. Duck out, IAS Invincible, Shehzad and him. And we remember Shehzad, what a knock he has played, and win the match for Oman.
Faisal Shah, handy bowler, starts off with a dot ball.
Weather is turning out to be very, very beautiful, lovely weather here in Muscat. Cool. This time played it out. Recovered. Only single been scored. This is the best time in Muscat. If you have want to visit Muscat, come at the end of October or November and enjoy the lovely weather.
And especially December and January. January is supposed to be the Muscat Festival as well, now known as Muscat Nights. So entertainment on offer. Lovely action-packed drama here at the Oman Cricket Academy, around the city as well, with the climate just cooling off. There is lots of entertainment options. Which is your favorite, Jamil bhai? Which entertainment do you love the most?
Well, of course, if you have to enjoy this weather, most of the people, and I also myself, like to have barbecue at home or some open places we have. Go with the family, enjoy. That's the best thing, I believe. Nowadays, you see a lot of empty places, mountains. People are having their camps there, enjoying the weather with barbecue, dance and everything around.
Certainly, that time of the year, inside out, they will scamper for a couple of runs. It's that time of the year when everything outdoor is something that you're looking forward to.
About 3 to 4 months from October onwards till the end of Jan or Feb, we have this beautiful weather in Muscat. Lot of rains are also around Muscat. Beautifully hit once again from the meat of the bat. And it was a good catch, I believe, right on the fence. This is what you have to do, you know, when you have so much pressure on you, try to score runs, you have to hit each and everything.
Yes, they haven't got going in this innings. It was the low full toss from Faisal Shah trying to bowl a Yorker and just not able to get underneath it. Certainly a very good catch under pressure, right next to the ropes. 8th wicket down for IAS Invincibles. Certainly in some serious trouble towards the end.
So Faisal Shah finally got a wicket. That is two in the dying stage of the game. Beautiful. Flicked off beautifully. Looking for the 2 runs, but very well fielded. YALLA, SHABAB, a decent side. Lot of national players in them. End of over number 18. It is 111 for 8 IAS Invincibles.
The specialist finisher in terms of ball in hand. We know about his skills with the bat in hand, Zakaria Islam. 12 runs from his first over. He's got a wicket as well. But still, YALLA SHABAB Giants are continuing to invest and believe in him. Does get a little bit of turn. Starts off with a single. They're going to be pushing for the second. This is good running between the wicket from IAS.
They had to grab the runs in any way they like to. They go for the quick single overthrows. Took full advantage of that and got 2 runs. After back foot pulled nicely, but the fielder is there.
Flighted. Strong shot through the offside. Shahzad can bat. Will start off with the boundary.
He can do that, and he did it rightly so, at the right time. Just open the face of the bat over to the head of the extra cover. Once again heaved it over to the long on. Another maximum.
Needed a movement of magic, and that's exactly what Shahzad is producing at the moment. The left arm spinner throws the kitchen sink at this one pretty much straight on, and that's where good distance was all it required. Once again, Shahzad, this time it is going even more further. Dancing down the track, gets to the reach of the ball, not really, but still continues with the shot and a maximum towards cow corner on this occasion.
Real onslaught from Shahzad. Look at that, coming down the wicket from the middle of the bat. Oh, got to the cow's corner for the second maximum in the same over. What a time for him to come, a right time for him to come. And we're talking about 135 for air on, we can see around 150 also, the way he's batting. Though still 7 legal deliveries to go.
Continues Shahzad. Third maximum of the over. Add a boundary to that. What that means is that Zakaria Islam has conceded 25 runs in the penultimate over. What an outing for Shahzad.
He did not let it go. Once again coming down at the last moment. Open his bat through 3 maximums. Rather 2 maximum and 2 boundaries in this over. It is, you can see 6, 4, 6, 6, 6 and 4. What a knock from him. 19 over done, 136 for 8. IAS Invincibles.
Faisal Shah gets a single on the very first delivery. Madhava. Pasendu, the left arm spinner, will have a big role to play because Shehzad is on fire. 25 of 8 deliveries. But this time he is going to be up against the pace of Faisal Shah. Can he still make an impact?
Well, this is the over which we feel that Shehzad might do some magic he's done in the last over. Of course, to face Faisal Shah, he's been standing at least at the 8th wicket, leaving of all 3 wickets exposed to Shehzad, rather Faisal Shah.
Shorter, outside edge, straight to the wicket keeper. Doesn't require the intervention of the umpire because Shehzad understands that he's got an outside edge and he's walked straight away to the dugout. Great sportsman spirit here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
But what he was asked to do, he has done it for his team. 25 runs, valuable runs for IAS Invincibles. And Faisal Shah got his 2nd wicket. Nine wicket down, 137 for 9.
Faisal Shah comes into the attack in the final over and immediately takes Shehzad out of the equation by picking a prized wicket, a prized scalp just when Shehzad was looking to cut loose. In comes Mohammad Imran. Struck straight down the ground. This ball is travelling very quickly. They're going to be pushing for the 2nd and they will get that.
Perfect all-rounder, Mohammad Imran. He used to come at number 9 and always show his magic with the bat. Well, and finally a decent rule is on the board for IAS Invincible to defend. But of course, YALLA SHABAB, a very strong side. Once again, try to heave it. Once again, they go for 2 quick runs. What a running between the wickets. Absolutely brilliant.
140 on the board for IAS Invincible, late jitters. And that's where they will be wondering that if the lower order of IAS Invincibles were able to accumulate these runs, this is too good a wicket to be batting on. And that's where I feel that probably they are 20, 30 runs short from where they would have wanted to be in reality. Short ball. Asking for a wide is Mohammad Imran. Won't get it though.
We have seen these ups and downs in the IAS Invincible batting. Generally, their openers not click, but today openers had done a good job. Then middle order collapsed, and in the later stage, it was the lower order batters, especially Shehzad, who brilliantly played a cameo knock of 25 runs. and brought the total to 140 plus. In the air, and that's the last boundary. It is from Mohammad Imran. So 4 more to the total, 145 IAS Invincibles.
They needed a moment of brilliance, and that's exactly what they've got from the bat of Mohammad Imran towards the end. They haven't been wiped out. IAS Invincibles, 9 wickets down. They've got a respectable total on the board, 145. This is how it all panned out through the first innings. Shakil Ahmed was taken out to the bonkers. That is something that he doesn't see. That's where a little bit of a mix-up and a run-out. Jay Odedra coming into the attack immediately picks up a wicket. And that's where IAS was just not able to build a partnership. No runs, and Rauf swung one across the line. And he was sent back to the dugout very quickly. Mohammad Muzahir came in with a lot of intent, struck a few lusty blows. But then he couldn't survive for too long, and he was caught at point by Super Sanju as well. Big shots on offer, not able to get the distance, as the slump was just continuing to get bigger. And towards the end, Faisal Shah creating that final tremors, but it wasn't over, because Shahzad had a little bit of intent left in him, and he took a very big liking to Zakaria Islam. 3 maximums and a boundary in that over, the penultimate over. And that's where IAS Invincibles jumped back into the attack against Yalla Shabab. Faisal Shah removing him out of the equation, and towards the end, a boundary to wind the things up for IAS Invincibles.
Talking about the batting, it is 25 runs bowled by Sadeep, who started well, finally got out 26, and it was the later stage, it was 25 run by Shehzad. In just a matter of 9 deliveries, total 145-9, with 8 extras, 20 overs done, 144-5 for 9, IAS Invincible.
Talking about the bowling, everybody picking up a wicket, but if you ask me, Jay Odedra, 4 overs, 9 runs and 3 wickets. He was a pick of the bowler. Yes, Faisal Shah, 2 for 29 and 1 wicket apiece for Shakil, Mujibur and Zakaria Islam were also effective. But certainly 3 for 9 in his 4 overs. Jay Odedra certainly fought a good battle for Yalla Shabab Giants. So that's about it in the comb box for the first innings. We will take a short breather. On the other side, will IAS Invincibles be able to restrict Yalla Shabab from chasing that total down? Yes, no, maybe. On the other side of the break.
Good evening, and once again back to this lovely venue, Oman Cricket Academy here in Muscat, Oman. It's day one of Oman D20 2025. The first game, IAS Invincibles versus YALLA SHABAB Giants Invincibles. Winning the toss, and they have opted to bat first. And it was a late fight back by Shahzad Rahim with the bat, took them to 145, a respectable total on the surface. And under the lights, YALLA SHABAB Giants, the two dashing openers, left and right hand combination, top of the order. Zohaib Amanat, alongside him is Hassan al-Wahab. They'll be looking to provide a solid start and get those couple of points in their kitty. But it won't be easy, because in the previous edition also we have seen the likes of Imran and the other bowlers, they defended quite a low targets as well at the same venue. To talk more about the quality of these two sides, joining me in the comm box is Jamil Zaidi. Good evening, Jamil sir.
Very good evening to all the viewers around. Yes, absolutely. We are going to see once again an exciting finish between IAS Invincibles and YALLA SHABAB. IAS Invincibles, we talk about a lot about that. They are not a very consistent batter performers. Sometimes the openers do well. The middle order collapse, but today once again opener did well. The middle order clubs and the later order batsmen really bring up 245. And talking about these two, Zohair Amanat and Hassan al-Wahab, the top batters, always among the runs. They always try to give a very, very sound and positive start for their team.
A pleasant winter breeze. So it's a run chase for YALLA SHABAB Giants. Zohaib Amanat on strike. He'll be facing the fast bowler Mohammad Imran. Goes straight, beats the fielder, off the mark in style. 4 runs for Amanat and 4 runs for YALLA SHABAB Giants.
They meant for it. The moment they came, brilliantly played from the middle of the bat, past the bowlers, 4 runs. What an exciting start. These two always looks to be in complete command whenever they bat, and look how nicely he started the innings.
Throughout this season, he has been in sublime form. Zohaib Amanat got runs in D10, D15, D20. Yet again, gets off the mark in style. Uppercut goes over point. 1 bounce, 4 runs. What a start.
He carried away his bat from the last D20 match. Looking absolutely in stunning form. Look at that run. Shot outside the off stump, just cut, uppercut, and got second boundary.
The jump, he was off the ground, but he was in control playing that shot. Back-to-back boundaries for Amanat. Not a good sign for Imran and for IAS Invincibles.
Generally, Imran used to bowl from Oman LNGN, but today he is bowling from Oman Thailand. Beautifully bowled, beautiful coming into the batter. Umpire is unmoved. Beautiful delivery with the pace coming into the batter.
Great stuff. What a comeback by Mohammad Imran. Coming around the wicket, pitching in line, hitting the deck, and coming into the left-hand batter. A change of angle. All of a sudden, Zohaib Amanat was in surprise. That came back sharply into Amanat.
Right thing to do. He's always bowled outside the off stump into the batter for the left-hander. It came with sheer pace. Once again, this time he got and uprooted the stumps. Beautiful delivery from Mohammad Imran. Absolutely brilliant one.
He's a champion bowler. What a comeback. The mini battle has been won by Mohammad Imran. Coming around the wicket. Look at that. Fuller delivery. Trying to go big. Misses the line completely. That extra pace. Done the trick for Imran. And he's delighted. He's pumped up. The run machine departs Amanat. It's 8 for the loss of 1.
What a beauty. What a delivery from Mohammad Imran. Absolutely stunning. And Zoeb Amanat doesn't even move a bit. Just in the block hole. With the sheer pace.
That length and pace got better of Amanat. Sharp cricketing mind when we talk about Mohammad Imran. A full toss. It's a new entry for YALLA SHABAB Giants, the wicketkeeper batter, batting at 1 down position, Leo Kane Francisco. Look at that, straight away putting that pressure. The fielder. In the ears of batter, the slips comes out just for one delivery. You need to attack. You got that early wicket of Amanat. It's a new batter.
Once again, no slips, Mudassir, even for Mohammad Imran, as a new batter has come. Right in the block hole once again. A very good over. 1 over done. It is 8 for 1. Yalla Shabab.
Interesting choice. The spinner from Oman LNG and Shahzad Rahim. Beautifully managed on the back foot. Superb timing and placement. He gets off the mark with that boundary.
Hassan Wahab, another prolific run getter for Yalla Shabab in the last season also. And he continued there onto the back foot. Just picks the gap nicely through the cover point boundary, 4 runs.
Another batter in this region who has performed so well. Caught the eye of the selectors one more time. The result remains the same. Forcing him on the back foot, but rock solid, shifting the weight quickly, and he finds the boundary.
Similar ball, similar shot, bisecting 2 fielders at gully and cover point. 2 successive boundaries by Hassan al-Wahab. He's such a brilliant batter. Have all the shots in his kitty. Never bowed down to the bowlers. Always try to come up. Once again, try to play the same shot, but straight to the fielder.
Excellent work. A full length dive by Atharva Kalidas. Certainly saving runs for his side. Now changing the field. A fielder from leg side comes towards that offside region, trying to close that gap. Played with soft hands straight away. Off the block was a non-striker, Leo. So much of talent available here in Oman. That is why we have seen a visible progress of Oman national side, and thanks to the selectors as well as to the board members.
Well, no question about that. And all the corporate teams who are playing this tournament, their heads, who are really trying to bring people from outside the Oman. This time, brilliant played over to the square like boundary for 4. We'll talk about this after this delivery.
Easy picking, leaking runs, error in line and length, trying to come into the left-hand batter, back of length, beautifully managed on the back foot. So he gets his first boundary, another batter who gets off the mark with a boundary. Not able to stop the run flow. Excellent, brilliantly done by the captain himself, Savindu. So plenty of runs from that second over. 2 done, 21 for 1.
Imran to continue to bowl the second over. So far, good going for YALLA SHABAB. Especially Hassan al-Wahab in sublime form. And the newcomer Francisco also started with the boundary.
This has been the huge difference between these two sides. Though they have lost a wicket, were able to build a partnership, that too in quick time, both the batters playing on the merit of the ball. And talking about IAS Invincibles, Jamil sir, they did not bat it up to the potential, but still they were able to get 145. If they could have applied themselves, stayed and spent some quality time, they could have easily managed 170.
Again, they all depend upon their middle order and of course the opener. This time beautifully. What a shot. Absolutely stunning. And once again, good work done by the fielder at the deep extra cover boundary. Saves at least 2 runs.
Showing some great intent and quality as a top order batter. This is a positive sign. He fills in place of Sami. He's one of the best wicket keepers in Oman, but the problem has been the short of runs for Sami. for YALLA SHABAB Giants. Inside out, deliberately played in the air towards that deep extra cover, dealing in boundaries, leaking runs, Imran.
It was quite short outside the off stump. And he has all the time to play it towards the cover point boundary. Runs are coming at the will of the batters.
Not an ideal start for the bowling side. The good news is that the debutant, Leo, he's getting those quick runs, finding his touch. Was there an inside edge?
The usual Mohammad Imran's appeal got an edge. Once again it was coming into the left-hander quickly. And it's good that here ball hit the bat.
If you notice, the last few tournaments we have seen him bowling a bit fuller. Now he needs to bowl that surprise bouncer, which he's known for. But lately we haven't seen Imran bowling those shorter deliveries at the batters. A change of pace, ball just keeping a bit low. So a good comeback after going for a boundary. Back-to-back dot deliveries.
He also bowled short pitch deliveries, but maybe he will come in the next instant when he will come to bowl the next couple of overs. Currently he is trying to bowl within the wickets for the left-hander, talking about bringing the ball from outside into the wickets. That is mostly difficult, with the pace also.
Targeting the ribs of the batter. So a single to close the over number 3, 29 for the loss of 1.
Another change. It is Heva Devage who's going to bowl. He got good runs in the opening slot. Played some beautiful shots. Shot down the leg side. It was a bad delivery and rightly punished. Over to the square leg.
Welcomes Sadeep Kavishka with a maximum Leo. Easy picking. Just not able to get that proper line on the very first ball of his spell. He was dispatched behind the square for a maximum. Unlucky. That is why we always say that you need to have the slip. You need to attack with the new ball. Thick outside edge. Goes past the wicket keeper. No stopping. He is looking dangerous.
Well, let's not look at that one. New ball. Took the top edge of the bat. Through the slips. 4 more runs to the total. Both the batters are really showing their class by hammering boundaries in the very early stages of the game.
Sensible, got runs. I think they just missed the trick. You should have brought in Mehran Khan. He has that experience.
For the bowling, I agree with you, yes. Down the leg side, swept beautifully. But the fielder is there. And get to manage only one run. Mehraj also having all the experience of bowling. I like his bowling rather than batting because he's tried to not using too much pace, just slow deliveries, mixing up with in and out.
Or even Muzahir Raza, because now he has got that experience. He was a part of Oman side, which played that emerging, rising tournament a couple of months back in Qatar. So you need to back your youngsters. So things just not going in favor of IAS. Invincibles looking good is YALLA SHABAB Giants. 4 overs gone, 41 for the loss of 1. So it will be Ushattige Don Pasindu Madhava to bowl that 5th over, going at 10.25 run rate. Both the batters in top gear for YALLA SHABAB Giants. In the air and taken straight away. He strikes Madhava. A big relief for the bowling side. Hasnain ul Wahab, he departs.
Well, it was once again shot outside the off stump. And he once again tried to pierce the gap, but this time the fielder was waiting for it. Good change. Madhava got the first wicket. Rather, second wicket for YALLA SHABAB. Okay, on to the back foot, but top edge of the bat, waiting for the short gully. And it went back to the dugout. 2 wicket down, 41 for 2. YALLA SHABAB.
The captain arrives at the fall of Hasnain al-Wahab, Sai Narayan. Beautifully bowled, inviting him to go big. Played a bit early. He missed the line completely there.
Absolutely. Played too early. Saishiv is a brilliant, a very, very good all-rounder. Always among the runs for his team. Run flow which was coming from Hasnain al-Wahab and Francisco stopped a bit. Once again, beautifully bowled. Absolutely brilliant delivery.
Surprising. Sai Narayan bowled couple of deliveries towards that off-stick channel. Now all of a sudden, coming into Sai Narayana and also got that turn. Especially with the new ball, with the shine on. It's quite surprising the way he got that turn on the previous delivery. What an over in progress. Yet to concede a run.
I think that turns come from the seam of the ball, I believe. Because as you correctly said, the ball was new. But in the seam, it took the ball away. Typical left arm spinner's wicket. Suddenly the spirit comes back to the IAS Invincible fielders.
The huge difference if you compare with the other spinners is that Madhava is not bowling quicker. He's bowling very slow in the air, forcing the batter to be on the back foot, and he made a mistake. He forced him on the back foot, tried to cut, misses the line. What an over in progress. A huge moment in the game. Narayana departs.
Absolutely thrilling one. This is a straighter one, armor one, and I think Saishiv misread it, and the wickets were uprooted. What an over from Madhava. Absolutely brilliant over. 5 overs done. It is 41 for 3, YALLA SHABAB. In come young Muzahir Raza. Lot of expectations from him, from the team. Well, I think this is the right time. They go for quick runs.
Rightly sent back by Leo. It's Anfal PM, the non-striker end. He has been in this region for past few months. Beautifully managed, pulled towards cow corner, dealing in boundaries. Leo Francisco, a statement knock.
Absolutely perfect timing, short of the length, pulled it nicely over to the cow's corner. Look at that one. Perfect timings. He looks to be in sublime touch. Francisco, couple of beautiful shots he has played in his innings so far. Couple of boundaries.
Showing class, playing with confidence, strong towards the offside as well as towards the leg side. What an over it was, the previous one from Madhava. Double wicket maiden. Change of pace, beautifully managed, not trying to hit it hard, finding the gap, running hard. Couple of runs on offer. This is where the management are good at it. They have an eye, a vision for future. They got two new players in their side, the likes of Anfal PM and Leo Francisco, a wicket-keeper batter. So far, impressive the way he got runs, Leo.
He also kept the wicket very well and now is showing his class as a batter. Well, I think we're talking about the sponsors who are having those teams consistently bringing some young talent to Oman. That's a very, very good sign. Very good. This time once again, push for the single.
Rightly said, and they are the ones who's keeping this game alive in this region for so many years. It's not easy to run a team, but the love and the passion and the way they handle, and what it does is, it helped the national side. The way they performed in the previous edition of Asia Cup in UAE, they have won the hearts of the cricketing fans. It's Anfal PM on strike for the first time in this game. Onto the back foot. A quick single to get off the mark. Anfal PM. But so much of support, not only from the board members, but also from the cricketing fraternity here. The fans, they always comes in number to support Oman, whether they are playing in Oman or in UAE. We have seen a packed gallery. Plenty of support for Oman, especially against India. Oman versus India. What a game it was, Jamil Bhai.
Absolutely. What's nostalgic memories of that game. I still remember the likes of Hamad Mirza and Amir Kaleem doing wonders. What a knock they have played. That is 2 against one of the best teams in the world.
Absolutely. With those couple of runs, 50 comes up for YALLA SHABAB Giants. So evenly balanced this run chase. Amanat started off with back-to-back boundaries against Imran. Then change of angle from Imran led to the fall of Amanat. Leo and Hassan al-Wahab, they stitch a partnership, a quick partnership between these two. The likes of Rahim went for runs in his first over. It was Leo who got better of Imran as well as the other bowlers. Hassan al-Wahab provided the support, but it was the run flow from the blade of Leo who looked to be in great touch. Couple of wickets going down in the first over of Pasindhu. Double maiden wicket over where they have lost Hassan al-Wahab and their captain Saishiv Narayana. But the good news is Leo Francisco still out there in the middle for YALLA SHABAB. So 6 overs gone, 51 for the loss of 3. Madhava will continue to bowl his second over. Oman Tel end, which got him a couple of wickets in his first over. Now these two holds the key for YALLA SHABAB Giants. Experienced Anfal PM. Alongside him is the young Leo Francisco playing his first game in D series. He came few months back with Kerala A side. They played quite a few matches against Oman. It was a preparation camp for the Asia Cup, and he impressed Anfal PM, got runs as well as got wickets by his off-break bowler, which caught the eye of Vinu Matthew, who is the manager of YALLA, SHABAB and Royal Oman Stallions. Straight away, he offered Anfal PM a place in the side. Now he is a regular Anfal PM with YALLA, SHABAB Giants. That is where not only the owners but the managers, they also plays an important role.
No, obviously the managers always there in the matches to see who player is better, who is better. Then they recommend it to the management. And of course, management trusts the managers and they just go for that. Both of them knew but showing their class, Mudassir. Both of them, Francisco and Anfal. Not at all bothered about wicket tumbled or something, but play their natural game. That's the experience they have got.
I've seen a lot of Anfal PM. He was in UAE, spent almost 7 to 8 years, got plenty of runs, then went back to India, got selected for Kerala, played Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He was also a part of Kerala Premier League, where he performed quite well. So it's a good sign, and somehow I feel this D20, they are the side to beat. They have covered each and every department.
Since the start of D20 series, it was YALLA, SHABAB or Royal Stallions who used to be among the top finalists. Loud appeal. But last year, all the equations have been changed. It was Majid's Titans who claimed the title of D10 and D20.
Played close to the body, a quick single. What a remarkable turnaround in the last D10 and D20, where Majid's Titans, with the back-to-back titles in their kitty, led by Amir Kaleem, Francisco and Adams. In fact, two South African players who contributed with the bat, with the ball, that led to the glory of Majid's Titans. 7 overs gone, 57 for the loss of 3. Getting those runs, Leo Francisco. Yasser Dur has been introduced. He was not in control, luckily falling away from the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. So still 88 needed. 6.86 is the asking run rate. It's Anfal PM and Leo out there in the middle, but waiting for IAS Invincibles. They need quick wickets here. Gentle medium pace. Yasser Dur, can he provide that breakthrough? Very watchful. Cautious approach after getting off to a blistering start. And getting back into the comp box is my dear friend Pranav Mehta. Very good evening, Pranav.
A very good evening to you, Mudiba, and a very good evening to everyone around the world being entertained by this action on offer from the Oman Cricket Academy, IAS Invincibles and YALLA SHABAB Giants. And every time that is a game in contest, on one side you have the giant killers, IAS Invincibles, direct it. I think that'll just allow them to scamper for a second.
Sometimes, as a fielding unit, you don't want those direct hits because it was a direct hit resulted in an extra run, lightning quick between the wickets, Anfal PM and Leo. We are approaching to the end of 2025. How has been this year for you, Pranav?
It's been a fantastic year. There's a term that I use very often, action-packed drama, and that's exactly what defines 2025 for me.
Please elaborate. Action and drama.
Lovely drive, it's a dot ball. Action on offer here at the Oman Cricket Academy. I've spent a lot of time here.
And drama back home?
Drama back home. That is something that I'm not authorized to be talking about, or else I'll not be allowed back home. Everything comes from the middle of the bat. A new player for YALLA SHABAB Giants, and he looks very lethal.
And also when we talk about cricket, this year has been the rise of Hamad Mirza. What an year he had with the bat. Got that brilliant 50 in the Asia Cup against India, chasing 180 odd runs. He and Amir Kaleem got 50s. And he is the man to watch out for Oman in the future. 8 overs gone, 61 for the loss of 3. A firm push. Tried his best, but not able to stop that single.
Which is a player that has impressed you more so out in this D20 early days? Very first game. First visuals for Anfal, first visuals for Leo. Which of the two?
I've watched him very closely, Anfal PM. He was in UAE, but very impressive the way Leo is getting those runs. Started very aggressive with the bat. Now 3 wickets down. He has changed his approach. Now trying to anchor the innings. That shows the quality and the character of this player.
And then when you can play as late as that, there are runs always on offer for you. Almost manufacturing something from the stumps. That's the quality of Leo.
And looking back, the previous edition of D20, Majid's Titans, Ferisco Adams and Gihan Clote, 2 names which helped Majid's Titans to lift D10 and D20 led by Amir Kaleem. So good to see such talent coming here in Oman.
And what that has done is that the talent pool has only expanded, bringing in some serious competition, and that forces you to improve on every given day.
Absolutely, and also good to see the other teams looking the way Majid's Titans. They've brought in 2 new faces, and this edition, the likes of Leo and Anfal, who are a part of YALLA SHABAB Giants with vast of experience. And I reckon these 2 will play a huge role for YALLA SHABAB Giants in this edition of D20.
And the game intelligence, the game awareness is something that I'm very happy about for Anfal. He cut that one late to start off, because of which the mid-wicket went to backward point and immediately picks up a couple first to start off and then a single, vacating that mid-wicket gap. And then when you talk about the power of Anfal, I think Leo and Anfal, they complement one another. 9 overs done, 69 for the loss of 3. Yalla Shabab Giants. Yasir Dur gets a leading edge, does not carry 2 covers, and that's where they'll once again scamper for a single. Looks like a very strong lad, Anfal, isn't it?
He comes from Kasaragod, Kerala. He took his team into the finals of Kerala Premier League in 2024. And he was also part of the same franchisee team this season as well. Was regular with Kerala men's side. Played Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, as I mentioned earlier. 34 years old, Anfal PM, who can also bowl those off break. It's all about the destiny when we talk about Anfal PM. He was in UAE, he spent a lot of time there, then went back to Kerala, then all of a sudden he landed here in Oman with Kerala A side, and thanks to Vinu Matthew, who watched the way he got runs and straight away he offered him a place in the side of Yalla Shabab Giants.
Tell me more about Anfal. What kind of a player is Anfal? Power-packed action, goes all guns blazing, or likes to play second fiddle?
Majority of his early cricketing days, he was in India, so from there you can know that technically he's very sound batter, but also when needed he can get you those quick runs. Very strong against the spinners. He always loves to use the feet, comes down the track against spinners. Not in shape, trying to go big. But also that vast experience. Oh, not a good backup by Muzahir Raza resulted in a single. So what Anfal brings is that experience. And batting in the middle, he can contribute a lot. 3 quick wickets going down on all of a sudden. Stitching a partnership. The focus is on taking singles and doubles.
Really want to see a little bit of Anfal in terms of power hitting. He's tall in stature, strongly built, and that's where I feel that he can strike those lusty blows to very good effect. More of an animated appeal from Abdur Rauf, who's having a little bit of a fun, a little bit of a banter with the umpire in terms of referral. Halfway mark, and it's time for both the sides to get a little bit of a breather. Drinks on offer, 72 for the loss of 3. Yalla Shabab Giants at the halfway mark of the second innings. Both the sides taking a much needed breather. What that means is that Pasindu, immediately after that halfway mark break, will be looking to bowl his fourth and final over. He's got 2 wickets, 14 runs in his 3 overs. Big shot. We were talking about how Anfal can be devastating. Pasindu, being the pick of the bowlers for IAS Invincibles, just gets to the reach of the ball and just gives it a shorthand jab. That's what it was.
Effortless. The tall Anfal PM. The front foot comes out, comes under the ball, and he goes towards that corner. The first maximum for Anfal. What a strike. The asking rate was above 7 with that maximum. It comes down to 6.92. Adding valuable runs to both these batters. Played with soft hands, thought of a single, no chance. Nothing much for the bowlers. The key is the length as a spinner as well as a fast bowler on this surface. Slightly fuller and rightly punished by Anfal. Quicker delivery, very watchful. Good comeback after going for a maximum.
You can't really take a breather in this game of cricket. One moment where you are on the back foot and immediately the opponent snatches a paw on you. And this is good cricket. Get a maximum, rotate strike, get to the non-striker's end and watch the action from the other end.
This is the advantage you have when you get a boundary on the very first ball. Playing a couple of dot deliveries in a single. Calm and composed. Anfal PM. Another quick single. He is 34 years old, but runs like an 18-year-old kid. Lightning quick.
Certainly very quick between the wickets is Anfal. For a moment I thought that he'll be struggling because the ball went straight to the backward point fielder. What a moment in this game. The game completely in control of YALLA SHABAB Giants. And with that they have Pasindu bowled out without doing any further damage. 2 for 23 in his 4 overs. 11 overs done, 81 for the loss of 3. YALLA SHABAB Giants.
Very economical. Yasir Dur in his first 2 overs going for just 7 but wicketless. Oh, look at that. Charging down the ground. Slap. 4 runs for Anfal PM and more runs for YALLA SHABAB Giants.
Picked up a boundary very early in the last over. Repeats that in this over as well. Doesn't allow the bowler to settle in. Almost manufactures a shot out of nothing. The quality of Anfal, the power of Anfal, the prowess of Anfal. Unbeatable Anfal.
Trying to shift the gear here, Anfal PM. On the other hand, we have Leo Francisco. Very impressive start to his career in D series. A wicketkeeper batter by trade, batting at 1 down position. Thought of a run and direct hit. He's in trouble. There was never a single. Straight away sent back by Leo, but the direct hit from the captain. That's the end of Anfal PM. At last, the partnership comes to an end.
They needed a wicket. They needed a moment of brilliance. And only something like that could have got Anfal back to the dugout. Gets in a much needed direct hit, and that's why Anfal, 22 of 19, who was looking very impressive in the middle, is the fourth victim, as YALLA SHABAB Giants are reduced to 86 for the loss of 4.
Still plenty of runs needed. The wrong time. They have lost Anfal PM thanks to that brilliance in the field by the captain. Savindu, Hishan Pereira. Clean pickup and quick release. But still plenty of batting to come for YALLA SHABAB Giants. They have got Sanju Sajeev coming at number 6.
But still, it's a game in balance. Yes, tilted towards YALLA SHABAB Giants. They've got the runs on board. Travelling very quickly towards the boundary, but Mehran Khan will cut it off and keep it down to a single. 49 deliveries remaining in this contest. 58 is what YALLA SHABAB Giants want. They're cruising. Won't be wrong in saying that, because Leo, 45 of 34, has done the job. But a couple of wickets here, IAS Invincibles can come back into the contest. On the leg, this ball could have very well carried to the fine leg. Yasir Dur believes that opportunity missed. But a successful over from Yasir Dur. Yes, not getting a wicket from his shoulder, but wouldn't mind that wicket of Anfal. 88 for the loss of 4 at the end of 12.
Well, the second over at the start of the second innings, gone for 13. Now reintroduced into the attack. Shahzad Rahim, can he provide another breakthrough here? Onto the pads, a loud appeal. Ball just brushing the thigh pad, I believe.
If you ask me, it's a very important phase in this game. If they can get a couple of wickets, that's what IAS Invincibles have to be looking for. That's why Shahzad has been brought into the attack. And that's exactly what he's done. Needed to produce a wicket. Does produce a wicket. Super Sanju is not so super this evening.
He looks like an ordinary Sanju with the bat. A poor shot selection. A loose shot. Just came into the batter, making the room, trying to go big towards that offside channel. And Shehzad strikes for the first time. Shehzad strikes at the right time. Half of the side back in the hut. 88 on board.
Shehzad, he's got a crucial wicket, very crucial wicket in this game. And in comes Mujibur Ali, generally used to bat number 3, now relegated, demoted to number 7.
Even their number 11 can get those runs. Shah Faisal and Shakil Ahmed. Though they have got 5 wickets, the likes of Leo, Mujibur Ali, Zikriya Islam yet to come, J. Odedra, then Shakil and Shah Faisal. So it won't be easy for IAS Invincibles. Not only taking wicket, but also they need to make sure not to leak runs. But so far, it has been a terrific over by Shehzad.
And a very interesting ploy, bringing in Mujibur Ali at number 7 at the moment. Takes Shehzad out of the equation because left-arm spinner won't be very effective against 2 left-handers. 57 is what is required. Looks for the slog sweep, will only get a single. 90 on the board for Yalla Shabab Giants. In the process, they've lost 5 at the 13th over mark. Cut well. Should just be a single once again. The fielding has been pretty much decent from IAS Invincibles. Joining me in the comm box for the final set of 7 overs, Jamil Zaidi. Jamil bhai, with your experience, a game in balance, isn't it?
Spot on, yes. Equally poised for both the teams. Couple of wickets in the last couple of overs really dented the flow of Yalla Shabab towards the victory. Down the leg side. I'm really impressed with Leo Francisco batting superbly. 47 earlier, it was the newcomer who played beautifully. Right from the time he came, played some beautiful shot, cuts, pulls. Looks like a complete batter. And of course, a very good wicketkeeper as well.
For the very first time in this game, the required run rate is going to be going past 7.9, inching close to 8. And that certainly showcases that IAS Invincibles have found a way to come back. By a little, not by much, but still they've come back in this game. This could have very well gone straight back to Yasir Dur.
He's a very, very Good all-rounder for IAS Invincible, Yasin. He batted at a time when the team needs him. And moreover, his bowling is very, very productive for IAS Invincibles. He got a lot of wickets in the last D20. And this time also. Very useful all-rounder.
Lot of commotion in the middle. They're not happy with the backup at the moment, and that's where they would want to work a little harder on IAS Invincible. Sliding down the leg, probably got a little bit of bat. Don't really know what Yasir Dur was even appealing about, because that certainly pitched outside leg.
So the emotions really on top at the moment. They came back into the game after those couple of wickets of Anfal. I also really delighted to see this new comer Anfal. This time onto the back foot, played it out toward the wide Ramadan and got off to a single. End of over number 14, 95 for 5. Yalla Shabab.
Certainly, IAS Invincibles have done some talking and strategizing. Mehran Khan, generally an opening bowler for IAS Invincibles, hasn't bowled a single over.
But they do have their own strategy. But Sindhu has done a good job. This time flat over to the long on boundary. Beautiful hit, full power. Stuck the boundary line, 4 runs.
This is not a great ploy to be bowling Shahzad against two left-handers who are looking to unleash and looking to cut loose. Really feel that this is the moment where Mehran Khan should have been bowling. He's a brilliant bowler against left-handed batters. Much shorter on this occasion. Straight to deep square leg, and that's where this is going to be a single. But a boundary very early in the over, that means that Shahzad is going to be on the back foot.
Rightly said for now. And just inching toward the 100 mark. The first boundary straight away to the long on, and then a single. This time plays it out towards short mid wicket for the single. Inching towards the first half century. Leo Francisco.
Really like a battle such as this one to start the tournament off in the right fashion. It's not one of those games which has been completed outside edge and they'll rush for a single. But it isn't one of those games which has been completed in the 14th, 15th over in a one-sided contest. Still 44 runs to get. And I feel this is going to go down to the wire.
Absolutely. So what I also thinking about it. Not an easy task, but still. Down the leg side, swept beautifully. And that's what we're talking about is for now. Second boundary in the same over. And you rightly said that both the left-hander are there and the left-arm spinner is there. So plot is going out of their hands now.
Poor decision to be bringing in Shahzad, shuffling across and getting a little bit of bat onto that one to make sure that the ball reaches the boundary rope. Leo gets to his 50 in style. He's been a player to watch out for. Early days for him in this contest. First visuals for us, and they're great visuals. Once again, leading edge, fielder underneath it, the simplest of catches. Yasir Dur on this occasion doesn't drop it. We did question the strategy of bringing in Shahzad. He had conceded 11 runs in the over, but then the final delivery, getting the better of Leo Francisco. And that means that it was an over in favor of IAS Invincibles, the 6th wicket down.
Well, this is what the game is, tilting one way or the other. This time actually mistimed it. Cross-bat shot, top edge. And the wicket which I'm sure everybody was looking from IAS Invincible bowlers finally went back to the hut. It is 15 overs done, 106 for 6, Yalla Shabab. Good comeback by IAS Invincible, getting the prize wicket of Leo Francisco, who was batting superbly. The first 50 he has scored in this particular first match, debut in Oman, and of course in a very, very good fashion.
Mehran Khan immediately, almost as if a wire piece was in the ear of the captain. We asked for Mehran Khan. Mehran Khan comes into the attack. What a right ploy to bring in Mehran Khan. Still 40 required of 5 overs. Big shot straight down the ground. Doesn't get some good bat onto it, and that's where it's just going to be a single.
He's always good in the death overs, Mehran Khan. We're talking about it before, but I think captain has got the other thoughts. He wanted to bring him at the right time. And this is the best time for bringing him in. He's always very difficult to play in those conditions. Not using management pace, just fixing the deliveries, slower one. Giving trouble to the batter to play on their shots. Beautifully bowled. That's what talking about. What a wicket. The moment he came, got an outer edge, and wicket-keeper does the rest.
Zakaria Islam, he's a national star. He's done really well at the international stage for Oman. Known as a finisher, a genuine finisher, but is not able to execute his finishing skills here for Yalla Shabab Giants. He's still very disappointed, still questioning his return to the dugout. But there's nothing much that he can do. He will still have to walk back, whether he likes it or not. No batter in this world likes a decision against him. But what that does is that Faisal Shah will have a big role to play, because still 39 runs to get, 3 wickets in hand, and they'll still have to chase it down.
It was a quicker one. I think feel a bit little deflection, but anyhow, the decision was out, and immediately umpire has raised his fingers. So wicket number 7 back to the hut, and now really the match hangs in balance. Zakaria Islam is a very good finisher, finally got out to the experienced Mehran Khan, got the wicket, and he must be happy that captain what trust in him, he has paid it off.
Big moment in this game. Jameel Bhai, 7 wickets down, Yalla Shabab Giants. Who would have ever believed? This has gone straight up in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. Covers. Holds on to it. 8th wicket down for Yalla Shabab Giants. IAS Invincibles have pulled a rabbit out of the hat. Can't believe my eyes. Faisal Shah on the very first delivery looks to play a big shot. And Mehran Khan 2 wickets in an over. 2 back-to-back wickets. And serious trouble is Yalla Shabab Giants.
What a giant killer IAS Invincible are, always snatching the victories in the last couple of D20s in the last stages of the game, and this is one of them. What a move by the captain. He brought Mehran Khan, and Mehran Khan immediately responded with his all experience, got 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. Wicket number 8, back to duck out for Yalla Shabab, 107 for 8. And Mehran Khan is on hat-trick.
What a moment. What a big moment. Jai Odedra comes to the middle. All of a sudden, a game that was tilting in favor of Yalla Shabab Giants has tilted towards IAS Invincibles on a hat-trick. Mehran Khan needs a wicket. Bat in front of the pad. Good technique from Jai Odedra. And that's where they will be more than happy to pick up a single.
This game is really tilting one way and to the other way. It was IAS Invincible who was struggling at 107 for 7. Then Shehzad came in. A cameo knock of 25 runs brought them to 145. And now it is IAS Invincible coming back into the game through some brilliant bowling by Mehran Khan. In the 16th over, they got 2 wickets. Still a long way to go from here on for the Yalla Shabab. 37 sequence from here on. Everybody's charged up. IAS Invincible fielders down the leg side. What a stop. Absolutely brilliant stop by Abdul Rauf. Could have been 5 boundaries, 5 runs. Absolutely stunning. But now he just saved that certain boundary. Abdul Rauf jumped on the left side to stop the boundary.
It's a game where IAS want to keep Yalla Shabab Giants quiet, but they would want to quietly find a way to wrap this innings by picking up those 2 remaining wickets. 5 runs and 2 wickets in that over of Mehran Khan, which has tilted IAS Invincibles right on top in this game. 16 overs done. Nelson for the loss of 8. Yalla Shabab Giants.
Mohammad Imran brought at the right time. He is also one of the finishers from IAS Invincibles. 35 runs required of 4 overs. With Imran get only 1 wicket in this match so far. And they just tap and run. They have to go for it, not to lose any single runs at this stage. Keep the score ticking on. Mujibur Ali been sent at a very, very crucial time. Especially could have been a catch, if I'm not wrong.
Certainly a catch. Muzair Raza hasn't been used much with the ball, and that's where probably not being as focused as he would have wanted to be. Should have taken that catch, and that could have been curtains for YALLA SHABAB Giants, in my opinion. Imran. Will scamper for a single. They won't mind it. The question is that Mujibur Ali has been trusted with that capabilities to wind this innings up. Can he do that?
Well, I think Jay has got all the experience coming in those conditions. He's such a calm and cool player that he can snatch the victory from IAS. Once again, Mohammad Imran just tucked away towards the third man for the single.
The problem is that, yes, 21 deliveries, 30 to get. Make it 20 balls, 30. But the problem is that those 10 runs need to come in form of boundaries. And that's where Mujibur Ali has the power to do so. Less than a year ago, he was a part of the national side. He has the potential, he has the capacity. But does he have the form on his side? That's the question that needs to be answered.
Beautifully bowled. A dot delivery at this stage of the game, definitely vital one from Mohammad Imran. A very, very good over. Only 5 runs has been given in this over by him, making things difficult for IAS Invincibles. Could get the runs in the next 18 deliveries. Once again, beautiful delivery, beats the batter.
$17 overs done, 116 for the loss of 8. Still 30 runs to get for YALLA SHABAB Giants.
Mehran Khan comes back. What an over he has got. 2 wickets for just 5 runs. Once again, scoop over to the wicket keeper. Missed it completely. Each ball is very important from Iran for the YALLA SHABAB.
Serious troubles for YALLA SHABAB Giants, one of those prolific sides in this tournament, winning the 50-over championship. And today against IAS Invincibles. Big shot. In the air, taken. Look at that celebration from Mansoor Mazhar. He's on cloud 9 at the moment. 9th wicket down for YALLA SHABAB Giants. On this occasion, it is Jay Odedra.
Just loses the patience, try to heave it, took the top edge of the bat, waiting hands of Mansoor Mazhar. And what a wicket and what a spell from Mehran Khan. 3 wickets in 2 overs.
Certainly he's changed the game on his own back. What a spell from Mehran Khan. 3 wickets, 5 runs, and he's just bowled 8 deliveries. Certainly very impactful. Shakil Ahmed with Mujibur Ali, 2 left-handers, will have to do the job. They still need 30 runs, and they'll have only 16 deliveries to do so. And do not forget, they're the final pair.
Big task ahead for both of them. Mujibur Ali, of course, the recognized batter, and Shakil Ahmed, the little dynamite, but he normally comes to rescue the teams when they need the team he's batting. But here is Mehran Khan, who is on the song at the moment.
In a hurry to wind this game up, Mehran Khan. 2 things happening at the moment. Mehran Khan is looking for a wicket. On the other side, Mujibur Ali, who is at the non-striker's end, wants to find a way to get back on strike.
Definitely is looking to take the cue in his hand. Splendid ball from Mehran Khan so far. Once again, tap and run. Finally, Mujibur got the chance to take the strike.
Big moment in this game. Some trouble for, I think it is Savindu, who is down on the ground, hamstring issue. He's injury prone, we do know that. And immediately gets a little bit of treatment from his fellow teammates.
Talking about IAS Invincibles, they are giant killers. Last year they made it to the final, defeating some top teams in D20. And this is the first game. They are just reflecting that why they were in the finals in the last D20, though they lost the finals. But really shown their class that they are a very, very giant killers and defeat any team on the day they like. All credit to their bowlers, especially supported by good fielding. Still requiring 29 runs to make this match in their favor.
"29 runs, 1 wicket in the air, falls short of the fielder at long on. Living by the sword at the moment, need a moment of brilliance from Mujibur.
I think everybody is just looking at him to rescue the team at the stage.
How do you see this movement for Mujibur Ali? On one side, he can be the hero by taking the side across the line. On the other side, if he fails, would he be seen as a villain or probably seen as if he's batted really low? We'll answer that question in the next over. 12 balls remaining in this game, 28 to get, 1 wicket in hand. YALLA SHABAB Giants are in a little bit of a mix.
Mohammad Imran All hopes on him, how he can bowl this particular important penalty mate over.
Big shot. They needed it. Out of desperation, Mujibur Ali comes to the rescue. Tonks this one straight out of the ground. What a strike from Mujibur Ali.
You are asking about this. He has got some ideas in mind. Look at that one. Just effort at standing and driving it through the long off for the maximum. What an important 6 runs for YALLA SHABAB.
The situation certainly makes him fearless at the moment because he has nothing to lose. He has to go all bonkers. Slower delivery, up in the air, fielder coming underneath it. Gets a hand but not good enough. It still goes for a maximum. Mujibur Ali, back-to-back maximums for him, and he is on a roll here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
You're talking about his experience. Now all the experience he's bringing in this over. Look at that one, standing and delivering it. One on the long on and one on the long off. 2 maximums, inching closer to the target of 145.
I think it is Mansoor Mazhar who's rolled over in a very wrong fashion, and that's where certainly getting a little bit of assistance from his teammates. He will get some immediate attention. Not able to get visuals of him.
I think when he jumped that time, he might be, I think, have a problem. Some cramp. What lusty blows from Mujibur to Mohammad Imran.
Ten ball 16. Mujibur Ali sliding down the leg, and this will be required to re-bowl. Pick it 15 of 10 deliveries.
Well, this pressure really mounting on Mohammad Imran after 2 lusty blows from Mujibur Ali. Absolutely top-class shots. Effortless standing and delivering it to the maximum.
It all started with the wrong delivery, bowling in the arc of Mujibur Ali, Mohammad Imran, and that's what has allowed a man out of form to cut loose. Slower delivery, much better. This is how he should have started the over.
His intention always to the left-handers to bowl in-swinger to them from out to in, and that's he's trying to do that. And in that one, that bowled the ball in the arc for Mujibur to hit that maximum.
Seriously believe that this is a game to lose for IAS Invincibles. They are in such a strong position. Slower delivery, played straight down the ground. It should just be a single. Really need a wicket here. That's the only way IAS Invincibles will have a big smile on their face.
Definitely, yes. And in so many matches we have seen for IAS Invincible, they just take the match to the climax, or from where either it goes to in their favor or the opponents.
You rightly mentioned they're giant killers. Over the past few years, they have achieved the title of giant killers by crushing big sides, important delivery, edged, almost intentional from Shakil Ahmed. He's an animated character in the middle.
Just trying to steal the second run. Some fumble between the fielders. So this is a very important delivery from Mohammad Imran. And he was talking about that IAS Invincibles not giving the things easy to any team. They fought till the last over.
Can he get a wicket here? Pulled well. It's gone in the gap. But they won't go for the second. He wants to keep the strike for the final over. 12 required of the last 6. That is how the calculations are going to be. I feel it is going to be trusted on the experience of Mehran Khan. 19 overs done, 134 for the loss of 9. Yalla Shabab Giants.
What an over to be bowled by Mehran Khan, the most experienced among the IAS Invincible players. Bowled superbly in the last 2 overs. Got 3 wickets for just 7 runs.
Certainly it's going to be Mehran Khan who's going to be bowling this final over. Now Mujibur Ali fancies his chance against the medium pace of Mehran Khan. He's not going to be going for that single because he's going to fancy himself to tonk those couple of boundaries, couple of maximums to Mehran Khan. Can he do that, Jamil Bhai? What do you think?
Well, the way things are going, he 2 maximums in the last over. And again, the trust he shows that not took that single, maybe he has something in mind that's going to hit Mehran for the maximum or the boundaries.
2 results. Mehran finishes his spell with 19 runs to his name, or Mehran finishes the spell with 4 wickets to his name. Big shot. This ball is travelling. Mid-wicket interested. Mid-wicket holds on to it. Mid-wicket celebrates. I think it is Anis who's held on to that wonderful catch at deep mid-wicket. What a moment for IAS Invincibles. They've found a victory out of the jaws of defeat. That is the best way I can put it.
What a catch this time. There was no other way for Mujibur to go for the maximum. And he tried, and what a brilliant catch has been taken. Inches off the ground. And once again, the famous win for the Giant Killers IAS Invincibles.
Certainly known as the Giant Killers for a reason. They are a side to watch out for. What a way to win this game. They're still hanging in the middle, but the decision has certainly been made. It all started with a bang for Yalla Shabab Giants. Probably they took this game a little too easy for their likings because runs were on offer and runs were coming very quickly. The junior Shoaib Akhtar did pick up a wicket early in the innings, but show was on offer, action on offer, and that's the best way it can be defined. Yalla Shabab Giants like to play in one fashion, and that is attacking, and that is exactly what was happening. The 2 left-handed batters were putting up a show, and a show that was quickly moving in favor of YALLA SHABAB Giants. They needed a wicket, and that was certainly not being around the corner. And all of a sudden this happened. A late cut from Hasnain went straight to backward point, and all of a sudden wicket started to tumble. Pasindu got the back of the captain as well. He continued in a fashion that he knows best, and that is where he was making things happen. Leo Anfal, who joined him, certainly showcased the power that he has, and that is where Anfal was run out, and all of a sudden there was a lot of confusion. Super Sanju was not effective this evening, and all of a sudden YALLA SHABAB Giants looked to be in trouble. Leo continued to do what he does best, did get to his milestone and got to that 50 mark, and immediately after that Shahzad, in that brain fade movement, got the back of Leo, and all of a sudden Zakaria Islam being caught behind. Faisal Shah, the very first delivery, skied one up straight to covers, and wicket stumbled in a hurry. They were trying to hit too many shots. Jai Odedra was also caught at shot third, and Mujibur Ali, who was stuck in the middle for a very long time, decided to cut loose in the penultimate over. He got a couple of maximums in the bowling of Mohammad Imran, but then Mehran Khan and his experience got Mujibur Ali caught in the deep. Anis held on to a very good catch, and what that meant is that IAS Invincible has won the D20 first encounter by the merest of margins of 11 runs.
Leo Francisco played a superb knock of 53 of 41 deliveries. Anfal also had come, tried to take the things, but finally run out by 22 of 9. Mujibur Ali tried his best to get the things out for his team, but finally out of 29 of 24. So 134 all out, YALLA SHABAB, and what a famous victory for IAS Invincible. Talking about the bowling, to speak of the bowler is Mehran Khan, the experienced one. What a figure he has got. 4 wickets, 7 runs in 2.2 overs. 2 wickets for Shahzad, 26, and 1 wicket for Mohammad Imran. So IAS Invincible won the match by 11 runs.
That's the match summary and final confirmations. IAS Invincibles winning the toss and electing to bat first, put on 145 for the loss of 9 on the back of Heva Devage. 26 of 20 for him. Shahzad got a quick fire 25 of 9 to make sure that 145 was on the board. Jai Odedra as disciplined as he can get. 9 for 3 wickets in his 4 overs. Faisal Shah got a couple of wickets to his name as well. But then coming into the chase, YALLA SHABAB Giants was dominating the affairs for a majority part. Was cut down to 134 all out. Leo was outstanding for his 53 of 41. Mujibur Ali did play a cameo of 29 of 24. Anfal was also effective for 22 of 19. But that spell of Mehran Khan, 4 wickets and 7 runs, meant that YALLA SHABAB Giants fell short by 11 runs, and IAS Invincible have started their D20 campaign by a big bang. The Giant Killers have won the very first game. We'll take a short break in the com box. On the other side, it's going to be the post-match presentation with Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
What a way to kick off Oman D20 2025. A cracker of a game we have witnessed between IAS Invincibles and YALLA SHABAB Giants. And it was IAS Invincibles bowlers who defended 145 in style, and in process they got 2 valuable points in their kitty. Joining me in the presentation party is our match referee Mr. Nishit Punja, who will be giving a player of the match award. Quite a few notable performances from this game. The likes of Leo, who batted beautifully for YALLA SHABAB, got 53 runs to his name. The bowlers, the likes of Pasindu, he bowled well, but one man who took the spotlight, 2 overs, 7 runs, taking 4 wickets. It's a legendary all-rounder. Amerat Khan is our player of the match. What a day it has been. On a tough surface, he bowled well and got those 4 wickets. पहली बात तो मेहरान काफ़ी मुबारकबाद. सरफेस के बारे में बताइए, क्योंकि उतना ख़ास मूवमेंट नहीं मिल रहा था, उसके बावजूद 4 विकेट्स. कितना आपका एक्सपीरियंस काम आया?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, थैंक्स टू अल्लाह. सबसे पहले इट्स ऑलवेज़ ए चैलेंजिंग. हमेशा जो है ना, ये पहला मैच ही हमारा आता है पिछले 2 साल से, और पहला मैच ही हमारा टफ़ टीम के साथ होता है, चैम्पियन टीम के साथ होता है, और ये ऑलवेज़ चैलेंजिंग होता है क्योंकि विकेट डिफरेंट बिहेव करता है. सो विकेट दे के तो हमने बैटिंग डिसाइड किया, लेकिन लाइक थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी था विकेट. एक्सपीरियंस की बात करें तो एक्सपीरियंस तो हमेशा आप जानते हैं मुझे तो काम आता है. जब मैच हाथ में आके 2 विकेट जब गिर गया, फिर तो मैच सवाल ही नहीं होता कि हम हार जाते. थोड़े 2 छक्के लगे शोएब अख्तर को, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, बट मैंने कवर कर लिया.
आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था? क्योंकि एक सिचुएशन थी जहाँ पे पूरा कंट्रोल था YALLA SHABAB का, बट यू आर ब्रॉट इनटू द अटैक वेरी लेट. तो क्या चल रहा था आपके दिमाग में?
जी बिल्कुल, जैसे उनके पास लेफ्टी बैट्समैन बहुत ज़्यादा थे, तो हम लोग वही सोच रहे कि ऑफ स्पिनर को ले, लेकिन ऑफ स्पिनर भी मार खा गया. फिर हमारे लेफ्टी पसिंडू ने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की उसने, और फिर शहजाद ने भी वो 1 विकेट लिया. वो टर्निंग पॉइंट था जब वो उसको आउट किया. सो मुझे लेट लाने का मकसद वही था कि हम लोग देख रहे थे कि मैच कितने हाथ में आता है. सो कब हमारा जो टीम ओनर आसिफ भाई, उसने भी उधर से आवाज़ें की कि मेहरान को जल्दी लाओ, अभी जो है ना वो लेफ्टी, क्योंकि ऑलवेज आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट ऑन लेफ्टी मोर. सो राइटी की जगह पे मैं लेफ्टी को बहुत अच्छा बॉल करता हूँ, हमेशा उसको ईजिली आउट करता हूँ.
और कितना कॉन्फिडेंस देता है जब एक क्वालिटी साइड YALLA SHABAB के अगेंस्ट जब आप स्टार्ट टूर्नामेंट करते हैं विन के तौर पे?
जी बिल्कुल मुदस्सर भाई, मैंने आपको बताया कि ये ऑलवेज़ हमारा पिछले 2 साल से चैलेंजिंग होता है. ये पहला मैच ही चैम्पियन टीम के साथ होता है और फ्रेश विकेट होती है. सो ये हमारे लिए एक बहुत बूस्ट है नेक्स्ट मैचों के लिए. सो इंशाल्लाह वी विल विन अदर मैचेस आल्सो.
Well done and all the best for your upcoming games.
थैंक यू मुदस्सर भाई.
An incredible performance from Amerat Khan means IAS Invincibles are off to the mark with a winning way in this tournament. That's all from the sidelines.